What's going on, folks?
Yes!
Welcome back to the No Home Thoughts Podcast. We're your host, I'm Rock.
It's Brah.
And on today's episode, we're just going to talk about how we need to do better. Rob, you want to elaborate a little bit on that? How you came up with this? What's going on, everybody out there on Facebook Live and Instagram Live?
Yes. What we need to... some of the things that I was just thinking about, just like better in our community. Well, let me just start from here. Let's start off first by giving the shout outs to everybody with George Floyd, the whole movement, everybody that donated, everybody that followed it, everybody that it affected. Well, it should have affected everybody, but we can't assume. Everybody that been tuning into the show, and pretty much, so now today, like what we want to talk about is how we do better. How can we keep what we need to do basically with what we have money wise in our community and how we make our community better. I want to start off by things that we should not do. We should understand that we should invest in our own. I know a lot of people might not like that, but to build our community and to make us better, we should invest in our own people. Go out and search who is doing what. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of us that have, just companies. If y'all would have been listening last week, y'all would have heard some of the things that I was saying last week.
Shouted out a lot of companies.
I shouted out so many black-owned companies. So today, like the things that we should not do. One of the things that we should not do is, as black people, we should stop worrying about materialistics. When it comes to like building our wealth, stop worrying about what people think about us, about how we look. You don't need $300 or $400 pairs of sneaks to look good. We don't have it. I said this multiple times. It's so crazy that I was listening to something that Young M.A., the rapper, said. Young M.A. said she worked at McDonald's just to buy a pair of Michael Jordans. Are you crazy? I said that multiple times. I mean, everybody at some point had the mindset, but that's something that needs to change today. Let's not keep sitting around waiting, wanting to do better. To do better is to do better and to know. Like most of us know, but we just constantly just keep doing something just to look crazy. When you wear those sneakers or those jeans or that shirt, and I know this going to bother a lot of people because I was there at one point. Nobody cares after they see it the first day. So when the next day you wear it, nobody cares. I'm telling you that 100%. Nobody cares. So at that point, why can't we invest that money into something, into our future? Our future could also be our kids. Our future could be something that we invest in to make us more money. The reason why we keep getting the same results because we keep doing the same damn thing. And it's a shame and it's sad that somebody had to die for us to start seeing what we need to do, how we need to stick together. It took a man life. They took a man life, and now everybody want to pretty much to do. We've been talking about this stuff.
And the biggest reason for all that stuff is because the system is broken. And the reason the system is broken is because the system wasn't created for us.
Right.
It was created to go against us. So how do we combat that? We got to create our own system.
Right.
If we just keep on relying on other people, those other people don't have us in mind. They know they have the expectation that we're gonna be there.
Right.
Nobody's worried about us because that's a foregone conclusion. Black people won't spend their money with other people instead of black people anyway. I don't have to accommodate them in any way, shape, or form because they're gonna be there anyway.
Right.
I need to appeal to the people I might lose. I might lose the Jewish dollar. I might lose the Asian dollar. But I ain't gonna lose the black dollar because they're gonna come spend it with me anyway. They ain't gonna spend it on their own. How many times you heard I don't wanna people don't wanna tell them that what business they own because they black. Like
right.
don't tell that person I own this business. Let them go there and spend money.
Right. As
soon as they find out that I own the business, they ain't gonna go to work because I'm black. No matter how good the service was, once they find out that it's black owned for some people, they're like, oh, I don't want to spend money with black people. They ignorant. Not every black person is ignorant.
That's a fact.
Not every Asian person likes you.
Right.
And every white person likes you.
Right.
They'll take your money.
Right.
But I mean, hate to say it, why can't a black person take your money?
Right. That's true.
What's wrong with that?
Right.
Especially if it's staying within the community.
It's staying in the community. So I think that a lot of people need to hear some of the things. I wish more people comment and, pretty much just shout out no holding thoughts, because we talk about those type of things. We've been talking about those things for years. It was something. Well, let me just go here. So George Floyd, he died, right? And I'm looking at all the funerals and everything that they did for him. How he went out, it was a tragedy, and then you got his family, but he touched a lot of lives, man. Let me just say that, man. And if anybody, if you did not feel what happened with him, you can delete me right now. You just delete me as a friend on Facebook. Delete me. If you got my phone number, delete me. If it did not bother you, it don't matter what race you are. Wrong is wrong, right is right. It's more so because I have white friends. I'm not about to sit here and act like I don't have white friends. I have a lot of white folks that do a lot of things for me. I'm not about to sit here and just trash white people. This is a fight for good and for evil. It's evil people out here as well as it's good people out here, white or black. Black people can do something to you. White people can do something to you. It doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, we just need to stick together as a whole. Let's stop trying to fight to, just like I said last week, to be accepted. Why is it that, this is a fact. Sometimes we come in here, we discuss things that could be fictional. We just make conversation. But today we're going to come with more facts. It's a fact that rich people talk to other rich people and they plot on poor people.
And make deals with one another.
That's what they do. That's a fact. Go back and look at your neighborhoods. Go back and look at your neighborhoods and look at the stores. Look at those rich neighborhoods. They don't have that type of stuff in their neighborhoods. Those are facts. Because you know why? You're not allowed to bring that stuff in the community. But constantly, we always see all the time, we always see Checkers, McDonald's, all these stores, dollar stores. You don't see that in the rich people neighborhood. You wouldn't see that in Beverly Hills. You don't see a Family Dollars at Beverly Hills. And I don't even know, but I don't even need to Google it either, because I know it won't be in there. Why do you think that? Rich people, they probably, the people that probably own Family Dollars, probably sitting somewhere up at Beverly Hills talking about how they came up with a plan to serve black people. Or let's just say poor people. Mm-hmm. Most of us just sit around and try. We can't sit around. We have to learn how to. We had a conversation. I sent out a text message amongst 4 men. And the thing that I was trying to do was to come together and do something with our money. Because being in the pandemic, made me realize that you can't depend on nobody but yourself. God first, self second. I believe in God. But when it comes to doing something, we have to realize that nobody's going to do it. You're not safe at a job. A job will cut you at any second. So, you know, I just send out some messages, and we're going to create a dialogue. The dialogue is to better us as men, black men at that. I didn't send it out to no white men. I send it out to black men. That's who I talk to on a daily basis. Black men. We need to create a generational wealth that passed down to show that we, you know, that we more than what we than what we seen. Like, all people see is shooting and killing and all. No, it's some men that's out here that's doing well. So we need to show those things. So now we're going to start building things as black men, and we're going to go to the next level. And I don't care, whatever it takes.
Yeah, there's no reason that another Black Wall Street can't be created.
Right.
I understand they burned down the last one and the others, but there's no reason. If they can start it again, we can start it again. But what's going to take is going to take a different mindset, number one, and it's going to take a little bit of struggle, and it's going to take you putting your ego aside. It ain't, I'm only going to go into this business with Brahim if I'm 51% owner and up. It's not what it's about. It's not, I gotta be here, he gotta be here. It's about, okay, you got an idea or I got an idea, let's see what we can do together to get to a certain place.
Right. That's
how Black Wall Street was built. It wasn't just Mr. Johnson owned this, he didn't care about nobody else. It was their money pooled together,
right,
all together, and everybody in the community was able to uplift, and everybody in the community had a job and did something and brought something to the table. And that's what we got to get to.
Right.
First step, you got to change your mentality and how you think.
You know, one of the things that I wrote down years ago, I got like this little black book. I got like a little black book that I just write notes in from time to time, just to better myself, and I can go back and look at it. Like I do have notes on my phone, but it's different when you write them down. I like the pages to look dirty. That's just something that I do. I like to be old school. And one of the things that I said in here, the first thing was do what you love. The second thing was never let a person control your destiny. Why are we allowing people to control our next level? Oh my God, me and my pastor was just talking. I said this, and this is powerful. I said, I'm not average, but why am I still living the average life? I'm not average. I work harder than the average person. An average person work 8 hours. I work 16 to 18 hours. An average person get 8 hours of sleep, or, you know, I might only get 4 hours of sleep. An average person might supposed to eat 3 meals. I might only eat 1. An average person have 1 job, maybe 2. I have 4. So I'm not average. So why I keep seeing average lifestyle? And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. We not average, and obviously we not doing something right. We're not doing something right. And this is the time, and one thing that he told me was, my pastor, Purvis J. Hatcher, today his birthday, shout out to Purvis J. Hatcher. The one thing that he told me was knowledge. Knowledge. We have to stop being ignorant. We have to want to, first thing that we need to do is accept that we've been doing it wrong. Mm-hmm. You have to accept that you're doing it wrong. And then at that point, you move forward from there. Why are we okay with Section 8? Those houses is made, those nice houses with that land, it's made for us, man. It's made for us. I'm so sick and tired of that we just living average or beneath average. We are better than that. We are so much better than that. And the reason I can tell that is having conversation. I see what people do. I see what people post. I see how much work that people put in, studying, physically. We should not be average. We shouldn't. I know that I'm not average, and I said this yesterday, and I'm not going to continue to live an average life. One of the things that I always worried about is hate. People hating on you. You can't worry about that type of stuff. You gotta move. You gotta push. Forward. Because
they're gonna hate or they gonna laugh.
Right.
Which one? Which one would you rather have?
Right.
Them hating on you or laughing at you? Oh, look at this one. He can't afford to get his tire fixed on his car. Or would you rather them? Oh, he think he all that because he in a whatever you can afford.
I get tired of us. We got all the skills. We shouldn't even be worrying about what people even say. We shouldn't. You know what I mean? This right here, this podcast is created. It's created by two black men. Whether you like it or not, it's created by two black men that sat here, that's coming to y'all and said, you don't have to like the show, but it's created. And it's positive. That's the difference.
And we give you the opportunity to come with your own thoughts or anything on this platform.
Right.
Because that's another thing, as he said, you gotta admit that you've been doing it wrong. The next step is stop hoarding information. If you know something and you see somebody that can use that information, instead of being like,
that's good.
I don't want to give it to him because he's gonna do better than me with this. Right. Stop that. Stop it. Because most people, you're gonna run into a few bad apples anywhere, no matter what.
Right.
Most people, you give them that information, they're gonna come back to you for either need more information or they're gonna share something with you.
I always say, there's a lot of people, I'm gonna tell you, that follow what we do. I'm telling you, they follow what we do, bro. They follow what we do. I be looking at some of the stuff they be talking about, drop your companies at the bottom. Bro, we started that. We started that. Talk about those companies. Talk about those companies. There's so many people. Like for instance, we came here. We started this by a black man that had a radio show that said that I wanted to give you a segment, right? I brought you along. Mm-hmm. So now that's 3 people, right? So now we bought the equipment, whatever. A black man.
Hold on. On top of the fact, when we bought the equipment, we knew nothing.
Nothing.
It was somebody.
It was a black young guy. His name was Jamar.
Yeah, something like that.
Right.
He helped us along with stuff. We didn't know what to get. We were just like, we want to start a podcast.
Right.
And he was like, well, you gonna need this. Do y'all know about this?
Right.
We looking at each other like, nah. Matter of fact, I bought a camera off of Amazon just to start it. He was like, nah, bro, that ain't gonna work.
He said, nah, this. Yeah. He said, what's the name of this? he said,
we gotta get it all to that.
He said, what's the name of this camera?
He was like, is it Vaseline on the lens? I was like, nah, man, you ain't gotta come at me like that. But we got a much better camera now.
Right,
and
much better.
We just kept on adding. And guess what? We got no problem adding other people into this.
Right. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you, I fall off because of business. Like during the week, like I be talking, like when we leave the show, things are hot. Mm-hmm. But a lot of times I fall off because I got other stuff going on besides, holding thoughts. But today it stops now. I'm going to make a change into where I spend my time at. I just been falling off. I dropped the ball on a lot of things. I take that, but now it's going to change. It's going to change a whole lot. So now if you look at like all the things, like we got information from a black man that worked at Best Buy, but anybody that was selling this stuff, we would have bought it from them. But that's where we was at. Then we started making clothing. The young lady Nicole Bryant is the lady that make the clothing. Boom, there you go. She makes so many other things. She make, well, Facebook, they can see the drop. She make that. These are opportunities that other people is receiving based off a show. This show is not making any money. We don't get paid for this. We don't get paid for this. Yet. But I guarantee you, we will. All the merch is bought. You know, people, y'all can contact me, you know, Rob, whatever. We got the website. I don't even think I posted yet, but it will be posted. It's just that we both not internet people. Like, as you can see, we don't post. We don't post like everybody. It's two of us, and we just don't post like that. Like, you can see that based off of follow, but we will now. Well, I will. Rob finally post something. I was like, oh my God. I said I gotta call him.
We got some likes up from it too.
Yeah, no, we definitely did. But it's about being consistent.
Right.
Because a lot of people be posting stuff and they be posting stuff while they sleep. Because they can put a timer on it. But that type of stuff will change.
I bet you if I get some booty shaking in the post, we'll get
oh man, for sure. But a lot of people be saying stuff like, you know, like making a little funny videos and stuff like that. A lot of people be laughing, you know, because that's what catches people. Like sometimes just being serious, a lot of people don't like that, you know, because that's their ignorance. They don't want to be taught. They don't want to be learned about like going to the next level. Most people, why is it that we, oh my God. Why is it that we are comfortable working Monday through Friday? Friday we go buy a drink. Saturday we go buy a drink. And we okay with that. Sunday we get rest, wash clothes, and we do it again. We go to work. I thought that was the way to live at one point. Why are we comfortable living like that? Let's break that chain. Friday and Saturday, we can have fun any day of the week. Any day. So I start going out on Tuesday. We start going out to comedy shows, man, while my wife, we start going out on Tuesday just because. Just because. We start going out on Wednesdays just because. We start going out on Thursdays just because. Most of the times we do go out on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It don't matter. Life is not about just waiting for the weekend to have fun. Let's get out of that, man. Let's change our mindset. Let's save our money. Not only just save our money, let's put our money into something and let's turn it to something.
The number one thing, let's put our money into our people, into our communities.
And our people.
That's how we do it. That's what part of this quarantine should have taught us. Like me and Brian were talking, I was like, yo, being home made me realize like this is what we could do on a regular basis.
Right.
Take care of stuff on a regular basis. But why don't we? Because we out working. We out going to a job. You ain't busy if you going to a job. You just being used by the job.
Right.
How about being busy setting up your bank account or whatever, fixing your business statements, stuff like that? How about being busy at home with the children, working around the house, stuff for you? Right. That's where we got to start at, and the only way we're gonna start at, like I said, change your mindset.
Change your mindset.
Share information with each other and share what you have. Anything.
Share this
any type
video.
of information. Share this video with other people. Let's start in our community. That's the only way we gonna keep from another George Floyd happening.
Right.
We gotta have our own everything.
The next show that we come, somebody make sure they remind me. You know what? You don't have to remind me. When Trayvon Martin got killed by that boy, we ain't sharing his name. Nobody don't even post his name. But when that boy killed Trayvon Martin, I went out and I wanted to understand law, because a lot of the times a lot of people do things based off of black ignorance. So I just said that I'm going to learn some laws, and I did. I posted. Y'all go back. Y'all can go back to when Trayvon Martin got killed. Y'all can go back. I have a book called Law 101. 101. And I was just reading it. That's the only book that I ever, this is to be truthful, that's the only book I almost came to finish reading. I don't read. I don't.
You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, and it's the thing. When I talk to my kids, I tell them that you gotta become better readers. I tell them that because of what I lacked at when I was in school and how the system was. When I was raised, I didn't have a bunch of good readers in my house. But at the same time, I had to realize that to become better, you have to do better. So when the moment that I tell my kids this all the time, I said the moment that you get that blockage, that's when you dig in. When the moment that your body say don't do it, you do it. I'm not the one that sit there and read books. I used to hate it. I hated it in school. I was the guy that used to hate being called on to read because I ain't know certain words. I wasn't the best reader. But at the same time, how I'm going to teach my kids if I don't want to do it? So now guess what? They see me do it. I stop what I'm doing and I read. A couple years ago, I wouldn't even be reading half these posts. You know what I mean? And I'm not ashamed to say it. Because the thing about it is, let's break that chain. Let's break it. And it starts by being truthful. It's starting by changing our mindset. It's starting by doing something with our money. It's starting by knowing that you're wrong. It's starting by listening to people that's better than you. Stop being jealous. You know what I mean? So at the same time, I got through school. You know, I'm just talking about myself right now because I'm here now. I went to school. Ain't no way that this should have passed me. Ain't no way I should have been out of school. I should be still in school, right? Probably at some point, something in my 20s. I took advantage of the school. Now listen to this. I told my kids this is what I did. Follow this. The school system is not for y'all to allow, the school system is not to educate your kids. We are the educator to our kids. I'm going to tell you what I did when I was in school. Now follow when I say this. A teacher told me back when I was in school, a teacher cannot give you nothing lower than a 60. I took advantage of it. A teacher told me that she could not give me lower than a 60. A 60 is an F back when we was in school. So what did I do? If I got an F, so you got two semesters. You got 2 semesters. So in my first semester, you get a 60. Or let's just say you get a 70. I know the second semester, if I get a 65 or if I get a 60, it's going to average out to a 65, which that leads to a D. And if it leads to a D, what does that mean? It's passing. I took advantage of the system. I took advantage. I was smart. Look how smart that was. Look how smart that was.
But you directed it in the wrong manner.
I directed it in the wrong manner. I knew that if I work as hard, this is what I did. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Be better than me. I said to myself, I said, wait. I said, I'm going to do the best for the first semester. I'm going to take it as far as I could go. Whatever I get, an A, a B, a C, if I got a D, I was in trouble. But if I got a C and higher, I wasn't going back to that class again. I already knew it. I took advantage of it. I took advantage of it. And this time my daughter don't have that. Because whatever you get, that's what you get. If you get a 30, they're going to write down the 30. If you get a 30 on your test and you're 30 for your homework, they're going to give you a 30 on your grade. Now, the reason why they did that, because no child left behind. They should have left me behind. They should have left me behind because I'd be much smarter now. But guess what? I did. Now look at that. I used my brain to take advantage of the system, like you said, in the wrong manner. But I could have used my brain just to do the right things. A lot of people didn't figure that out back in school. I did. I said, oh, well, they can't do this? Well, this is what I'm going to do. I never had an F. I never had an F. I mean, I got an F like the second go, but once, I remember one teacher told me, he said, Brahim, I'm gonna give you an A. I said, why are you giving me an A? He said, because you always come to class on time. I swear to God. If anybody that went to Simon Gratz, everybody know Mr. Amos. That's what he told me. I got an A in his class in 11th grade, chemistry. No, most people don't know that because I ain't want to tell everybody that, then they would have been hating on me. Yeah, but yeah, he gave me an A. I had 3 A's and 1 C. I made honor roll. I didn't do not one damn thing. I think they more wanted me out of the school than anything. But at the same time, I wasn't learning anything. And now I realize that. Now I'm learning now. But look at all the years that I waste. Let's stop wasting time. Let's stop reading True to the Game. I don't care who wrote the book, black, white, I don't give a damn. Read a book that's going to better yourself. Read a book that's going to put something in you that take you to the next level. Stop reading this stuff, man. I do not read just anything. If I read something, it's going to mean something. If you know, I sat down and read it. Obviously, I read the Bible, you know. But outside of that, you know, Donald Trump got a book, Think Like a Champion. I read that. Not all of it, but I read some of it. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I didn't read all of it, but you know, I told y'all I don't read everything to the end. Steve Harvey got a book. I think it's called Think Like a Success. I got like halfway a Steve Harvey book that was, you know, I engaged in that book. I really did, but then I fell off. But knowing that I fell off, then we got to get back to it. And that's the difference. That's the difference. That's the difference with people not understanding. It's okay to have a cookout. It's okay to do certain things, turn up or whatever. But let's understand how we going to do better as a people and as a community when we keep doing the same thing, man.
Yeah, the George Floyd thing should have been a symbol for something. Should have been like you said in the beginning, it was a travesty that you know somebody lost their father, a son, a family member. But from here on out, okay, we rioted. We showed that we were upset.
Right.
Now let's show how we were upset after the fact. Like, you know what? I'm so upset with the way y'all have the system that is skewed against me. I'm going to do something about that. I'm not going to fall in line, like Raheem said. Just not going to keep on doing the same thing just to get by, being average.
I'm tired.
Okay, you know what? I wake up at, I'm just saying this, 1 o'clock every day. Okay, well maybe you need to wake up at 12.
Right.
To start out. Then 11:30. Then 10 o'clock.
Right.
Then so forth and so on. You got to do better, and it got to start from somewhere. And don't think you got to go from I wake up at 1 o'clock every day to now you got to wake up at 6 o'clock every day. Because some people see that as such a daunting task, don't even want to do it. Oh, I can't wake up at 6 o'clock. I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, you can't wake up at 6 o'clock. Wake up a little bit earlier each time. Okay, take another step each time when you're working out, walking or whatever. Do one more rep. Everybody, like you said, break through. You can't do 10, do 9, and then next time do 11. So forth and so on. We have to get better, but it all starts with the very smallest step, and that very smallest step could be having a conversation. I was one of those 4 people that Brahim sent the text to, and I'm gonna tell you how I went on my end. As soon as I got in from whatever I was doing, I read his text, I looked at it, and I started daydreaming. Like, I didn't even take everything he said in the text altogether. I started daydreaming about having the business with him already. They didn't know where I was going to get the money from at that time or anything like that. And I sat there and I thought about it, and I texted him back like, nah, I can't do it right now. Right. Even as I texted him, nah, I can't do it right now, I was thinking, I actually wrote like 3 different texts. Like, all right, how much? Nah, you know what? I was like, nah, I can't do it right now. Once I pressed send for nah, I can't do it right now, I was thinking, I should have sent that. I should have called and be like, let's figure this out. Because I wanted to do something different. Even, like, I didn't even have a thought of failure, but even if we had failed, how are we going to get anywhere if we stay in the same exact place? The exact same place you was at on Monday you gonna be there on Tuesday until you get your behind up to do something.
Right.
Go, just walk around the corner. If you do something different each day, eventually your body gonna want to go do something different. Like it's gonna just you just gonna be sitting there like, why am I sitting down doing nothing? I gotta get up and go do something. And that's how I felt when I sent the text. Like, I don't know. Like we ain't gonna talk numbers, but even like the first thing I thought was, how do I get that?
Right.
I was like, how do I get that?
Right.
Which way? What can I sell? Who can I not pay this month? What can I do to get this? And I'm still thinking about it.
And that's the mindset that I wanted to carry, like the mindset of let's just make it happen, because I'm so sick and tired of, like I said, being average.
Mm-hmm.
And I talk to all the people that I send a message to. Everybody want better. But the thing about it is, we're not connected to Rick Ross. And Rick Ross got a bunch of wing stops and checkers and stuff like that. I'm connected to my pastor. That's it. So like whenever you hear me talk about finances, there's a lot of times it's with him or Victor Spalding, senior, not junior. Junior is the workout guy. Senior is, he ain't even on Facebook. He ain't on nothing. But like when I talk to these guys, I pick their brain because I want it so bad. And when I reach that blockage, I call them. I'm about getting it done, doing it. I'm not about just sitting around, just hopefully that'll happen or hopefully it's a hit or miss. I'm about getting it done. And like I said, when I send that message out, I was just trying to create something, and we going to. Believe me when I tell you. Because guess what? All those guys that I send it out to want it. You best believe it. I told somebody else, and he was saying, well, bro, why you didn't call me? Because it wasn't for you. These are guys that know and have the potential of doing it, but it's something that's stopping us.
Yeah.
It's something that's stopping us. So no, you got something going on. No, you can't be a part of this. And then guess what? At that point, we're going to pass it down. We're going to pass it down.
Just about to say that.
And it's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. I mean, I meet so many people in my life, and I learn from people, man. I really listen to people. I really pull it in, and I just say to myself, how come I can't do it? How come I can't do it? When I see somebody doing something, we're not talking about a 20-year-old running, a 4.3. Because now at this point, your body physically, that's science. These are facts now. Eventually your body break down. Your body get older. But to read a book, you can do that. You can open up a business. You can start a real estate company. And there's so many people that's doing it online. And I be just watching people silently. I be just watching. I'm like a lion. I just sit there and I just watch. Then I attack. It's not a coincidence. I always say that. It's not a coincidence that people lucked up. Now, I'm not going to say lucked up. It's not a coincidence that people is successful. Some people lucked up. Some people is in that position based off of the work that they put in.
Or some people had generational wealth created for them by somebody beforehand, and it was passed down. Now, see what we need to get to.
Hold on. So I said that think like a champion, right? Right? I said think like a champion. That's a Donald Trump book. Now the message came from Donald Trump. You think I give a damn? You think I give a damn? If it's going to make us better, let's just read. Let's just read it and let's make ourselves better.
First and foremost, I hate to take it there, but just think about it. If you know the enemy's playbook, you know what's coming.
Right. That's a fact.
Think about it. Think about if you playing football You the defense. Matter of fact, that Super Bowl with the Bucks and the Raiders.
Right. Well, that's
John Lynch was like, we already know what plays is coming. And Rich Gannon, who was the MVP that year, threw like 4 interceptions, 4 or 5.
It was sitting on his plays.
Some bum, some guy who wasn't very heard of. Who was it, Dexter something? Was it MVP?
Dexter Jackson.
He was an MVP.
He's a Pro Bowl.
He was a bum after that.
he did get some money from somewhere else.
Bum after that. So if you know the other guy's playbook, you can steal some plays from him. Right. They might have some plays that are better than yours.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes people have better ideas than you.
The mindset of a person that got more than you. Let's just think like that. There's nothing wrong with that.
He has more than us.
He had more than us.
You can not like him or whatever. He has more than us.
That's a fact. People say, well, Donald Trump got, his dad gave him $1 million when he was younger to tell him to do something with that. I don't care. I don't care. Where his dad get the million from.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, let's learn. Let's stop being ignorant. Let's stop being comfortable, man. I read a post years ago, or maybe months ago. I don't even know, but people be reposting. To be comfortable, you have to be. To be comfortable, you have to be uncomfortable. And I meditated on that. Because we so used to doing the same thing. The same thing. It's old. It's old. It's old. It's old. And I'm glad that now our people starting to stick together.
But this can't be it.
This can't be it.
Can't be it.
And I don't care if we gotta keep coming on the show and we gotta keep talking about the same damn thing. Somebody post something on this page talking about that they selling something. I'm coming to you and I'm buying it. Right now, I'm buying it. Right now. You post it, I'm coming. Somebody post something, I come to you today. You post something that's legal, because there's a lot of people that throw some things that's illegal. If you post something that's legal, I don't care what it is. I'm gonna come to you, I'm gonna buy it, and then I'm gonna post it. And then I'm gonna post it, and I'm gonna tag you in it. That's how I feel.
And that's where it starts. That's exactly
because I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna do my part. I'm tired of this, man. I'm tired of this. It's no way. Just think. Let's just think about this. Let's just think about this. The NBA was trash back in the early days. The NBA got greater once we got part of it. The MLB got better once we got a part of it. The NFL got better once we got a part of it.
And got even better when they stopped making college quarterbacks wide receivers and let college quarterbacks be NFL quarterbacks.
So what I'm saying is, catch this. Black people, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to offend nobody, but when black people touch something, we make it greater. That's a fact. Go back and check anything. Once we touch it, we make it greater. So while we keep accepting things that's beneath us, we make it greater. We make it greater. Ice Cube said, okay, well, we're going to start 3-on-3. He took something, the NBA idea, and he did something else with it. He took it to do something else. Look at that. Look at battle rap. Battle rap, most Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, all these guys came up in battle rap. But look what Smack did. Smack took battle rap and elevated it. Battle rap is now like a sport. You gotta pay for it now.
Yeah.
These guys are getting paid big money to just rap, to show that they talent. It's a talent to put those words together and how they do it and memorize it.
And sometimes on the spot too.
On the spot.
That boy DNA.
Yeah, DNA is crazy. DNA, Briz. I met Briz. I don't know if he liked me, but
as you told him he lost, which he did.
Yeah, he did lose.
He lost.
I'm not. I'm not the one that sit up here. If you call me, you gonna get the truth. I ain't sitting around here pussyfooting around about, you know, about you. And I seen Briz.
Hold on, and that goes back to what we were saying.
Right.
When we said information. And also, don't be scared to take criticism. That's the only way you're gonna get better. Also, you gotta be able to take criticism.
Briz told me right to my face. He said I beat Charlie Cliff. I said, Briz, that's facts. I said, who that other guy that you battled? I said, what's his name? I called him something else. I called him Nitty Rum. He said, he started laughing. He said, oh, Rum Nitty.
Smoke.
I said, Briz, you lost that one.
Yeah.
He said, you crazy. I said, Briz, I'm just giving my opinion. I think you lost. I think you lost.
You think he lost? I know he lost.
Right. But at the same time, I've seen Briz smash many of people.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting up here acting like Briz ain't hot.
Yeah.
Briz is definitely like one of the tops in that battle rap stuff.
Well, it was. I haven't seen him in a while.
I mean, you know, it's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But now they got this thing called Cafe. Now you gotta download caffeine. Okay. Now you gotta download that. Man, I'm telling you, man.
Elevation.
You see with
do not stay stagnant. Do not stay in one place. Take it.
What's his name? Tyler Perry. They did the BET Plus. Come on, man. You got buy BET Plus. You see how they elevating BET. How they doing something with BET. You see how, like, a lot of these entertainers just. You see Kevin Hart, because I talked about him last week, but I'm not the person that'll talk about you and then not say nothing good about you if you done it. Kevin Hart took comedy to another level.
Yeah.
I don't like his new stuff. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, I love everything that Kevin Hart do. But who been more consistent than Kevin Hart? And he took my idea, but Hearts from the Confession. He took my stuff. That's why I stopped doing it. My stories, he took, you know what, I'm going back to it. I always think about that because people be, you start worrying about what people might say or whatever. But he started that. Well, he did that. Who was it? Like, he did a football stadium and sold it out in comedy. That's unheard of. And pretty much every state. He went to overseas, sold it out. In arenas that hold thousands of people. He started his production company. He bringing people along. He just hired somebody. My wife she told me that I should have contacted Kevin Hart because you had, like, he gave somebody somebody won a chance to be in his movie. Based off of, like, sending a clip to him. She said, well, why you ain't send a clip? I dropped off, I fell off on that. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you be thinking like, oh, well, he ain't gonna never see that. He ain't gonna never see that, but you never know.
And he started from humble beginnings.
He did.
Equivalent to us starting how we started.
As I'm telling you.
Until we get to where we going.
I'm telling you, I can't make this stuff up, man. I'm an actor, man.
And
I'm an actor.
Just to go along with what you said, I'm gonna see if my man answer.
So we can get to that.
We can talk about it. And in the midst of, us talking about building a community and building each other. Yo, Cal.
Yo, what's up, man?
Yo, what's going on? You on live with me, man. I just want you to go ahead and get into what we was talking about earlier.
Oh yeah, definitely. What we doing is doing a Father's Day softball game for the brothers out here because we feel like Mother's Day is getting a lot of attention.
That's facts.
We gotta start doing something for each other, for fathers. So with me, him, and I want to get more fellas out there. We play a little softball game. I had a friend that was in our group chat that just passed away 2 weeks ago. He was 29 years old. He had a heart attack. And we're going to have his son out there, and we're going to try to raise some money for him because he's not like his dad on his first Father's Day. And every year, annually, we try to keep brothers off the street, bring them together, and try to build some unity in the neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. And as I was telling people, the idea came about, my man Bri called me up, and when he was telling me about us like going in business with one another and just elevating stuff. That was the first thing that came to my mind, because I don't know if you want to put it out there what had happened with him and how you raised some funds to help his family out.
Okay, yeah, definitely. He had passed away, and we was in the chat. We was like, yo, we should do something, and we started taking donations from everybody in the chat. And I went to his mom. I never met his mom before. I went to met his mom at the balloon ceremony for him, and my check came together, and we gave his mom $1,000 check. So we definitely passed expectations. Like I mean, I didn't even expect we would reach 1,000. I think like 300 or something like that. So we did it for his mom. But just having everybody, just keeping the brothers off the street and doing something positive. Because now we the older now. We the older ones. So we the ones with the responsibility to keep everybody off the street. You know what I mean? Right. And I think this generation is lacking leadership. You know what I'm saying? So it's time for us to be the leaders.
Give us the details. Give us the details of where the baseball, you know, the time, the place. Just give us all that. Because I'm going to be there.
Oh, definitely. I was trying to do a live podcast there too. I'm telling you, if I'm going to do a live one there, that'd be dope. We're going to have it at Papa's Playground in West Philly. That's 68 Lansdowne, 10:30 a.m. on Father's Day. That should be June 21st on a Sunday, 10:30 to like 1. I'm going to have a DJ, cookout, everything. And I had a flyer tonight. So I'll make sure I tag everybody in the flyer and get everybody rolling.
You on Facebook? You on Facebook?
Yeah, you on Facebook.
Yeah. You following me?
Yeah, I'm following you. I sent you a couple of inboxes, like join the chat. But you know in Hollywood, I gotta get you on the team, man.
Oh, you know what I mean? Yo, I get a lot of junk stuff, man. So it just be,
okay.
You know, a lot of times it ain't nothing personal, but it's a lot of weirdos that hit me. So I just be like, man, you know what? I don't know who these people is, but now, what you say your name is again?
Meta English on here. Yeah, you hit me with the One L Hill thing. You know what I mean? I was like, oh man, you got Hollywood on me, One L Hill. I screenshotted your page. I put it in my group chat, so I told everybody to tune in just now. So definitely, we all gonna come together, and whatever y'all got going on, I'm gonna tell my guys to tune in, and we all gonna support each other. You know what I mean?
Definitely, and that's part of, as we were saying, got to come out of this whole George Floyd situation, and even rest in peace to your homie. Like, okay, these things happen. Let's do better. Let's take what happened and let's make a positive out of it as much as we can, because nobody wants to deal with death. But let's make as much a positive situation as we can, because now let's do this softball game. As I was telling Brian when he got here, I can't go to I win ball before I'm 40.com and get something to help me out. But with this charity thing, this can go straight to our community. This can go straight to his son. This can go straight to his family. This can go straight to anybody who needs it. Like when we build our own charities, our own foundations and everything, it's all about us. We can see that. Like, I don't know if I donate to some cancer research, I don't know what happens to my dollar after I press send. I don't know.
Yeah.
But when we all sent you the money for his family, and went straight, you posted. He didn't have to, but he did. He posted it with his mom. He posted his that guy's mom his check, the check.
I wish I would have known about it. Cause that's just who I am. I don't need to know him to support the cause. I don't need to know him. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just about just supporting the cause. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be at the baseball. And Rod said that he don't play baseball, but guess what?
I'm gonna be there.
I do.
I'm gonna be there. It don't matter.
I'm good. I'm pretty good at it.
We're gonna get all the details and everything together.
Yeah, can y'all do me a favor for y'all? Can I get y'all to go live out there, little podcast, interview some fellas out there, right out there?
Oh yeah, we can definitely do that.
We out there?
Yeah.
Man, that's go without saying.
That's easy. That's the easy part.
That's about nothing.
The hard part is me hitting 3 home runs.
Oh yeah. Well, we know you ain't doing that. You know what I mean?
I might.
Now I'm doing pitching. I'm gonna make sure I throw some Cliff Lee stuff out there.
That's fine. And I'm gonna roof it. Y'all better have some extra balls out there.
Definitely, man. I'm gonna make sure I see you all the fly tonight and everything. Thanks y'all.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming on, man. And like I said, from here on forward, every Father's Day, we want to make this an annual thing. And this ain't got to be the only one. If anybody else has any ideas that we all can come together and support and start something, let's do it now. Now is the time.
Definitely. Every year we're gonna make this annual, man, and build off of it.
Definitely.
Appreciate that.
All right, man. Good talking to you.
All right, thanks, man.
All right. Yeah, and guess what? That's how it starts. It starts off as something small. You reach one person reaches out to another person. Now just think about this for a second. It all started from Raheem sending a text to me.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the text he sent to me, we couldn't go forward at that time, that sparked something. The number one quote I always say to anybody when it comes to certain situation is a Tupac quote because it speaks volumes. He said, I may not change the world, but I'm gonna spark the brain that does. Stop thinking you gotta be the one that make things happen.
Right.
You might not be the one to benefit from the greatest idea that you have.
Right.
But guess what? If it's something that good, you gotta put it out there.
You got to.
And as soon as he sent that text to me, I responded, and then it got the ball rolling on something else. Now who knows what's gonna come out of this? Maybe we meet somebody at the softball game that want to get in on what's the podcast.
Right.
Hey man, I know something about y'all podcast. I checked it out. It's great. This is what y'all can do better. Matter of fact, I see that green screen behind y'all. I am a green screen coordinator. I don't even know what you call it.
Connoisseur.
I make green screens and sell them all across the world.
Right.
I know what to do. You never know. That's how it all starts.
Like you said, yeah, man. I just want to be out there. Just want to be. I love people, man. I'm definitely going. I'm not going to miss it. It's already locked in. I'm going to church, so I might be late because he said it started at 10:30.
Yeah. Well, that means it started at like 11:30.
Right. So I'll be a little late, but I will be there for a fact. And we're gonna interview people, all the people that he want to interview. If I can still.
And guess what? If they have businesses, we're gonna interview them. They're gonna talk about their businesses, talk about what they got going on, any ideas they have.
Right. It's just that we need to. I mean, even us, we just need to do more, and we just need to do it. It's no point of talking about it. Your uncle, when he taught you, do it. Do it. You don't need to keep talking about it and all this other stuff. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. There ain't no need to keep talking about this stuff. A lot of people, we sit up here and we keep talking about it. I can't stand older people be talking about the past. When I say talking about the past, meaning like the things that they complaining about, it's just so irritating. I just be like, come on, man, shut up. You know what I mean? Let's just do something about it. Like, I'm looking for a solution. I'm not looking to whine about what's going on. I'm looking about hearing what is the problem and let's fix it.
I let you vent once.
And that's it. And for a man, that's all I'm giving you is one time. You know what I mean? To do better, let's just do better. I'm not about to sit here and do all this. No, we're not. Let's just go to another level, and we got it in that sense. It's inside of us. It's here. We possess that. We possess that. Man, that's the end of the show, man. I can't even go no more. I can't wait till the next show.
Yeah. And I can't wait till y'all start calling back in again, man.
We gotta give them more. That's the thing. Sometimes
it is.
Because now there's a lot of times that we not there a lot more, so we gotta keep giving.
Oh, okay. You mean give them more
like
more
just
content?
Yeah, content. Meaning just more stuff to debate or
no more stuff. We gonna get back on the sports thing. Like this started off as a sports podcast, and it fell off. But me and Brian talked about it's gonna be a new segment. We're gonna figure out the details on it and everything. A new segment called damn, I came up with it. I can't remember what I said. You ain't no help.
Correction.
It's unpopular opinion. That's
correction. Unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
And we
I can't wait to do that.
Unpopular opinion is basically you gonna see when we do it, man. Ain't no more talking about it.
That.
But you know what? Appreciate the love. Everybody who watches us. Poop, shout out to Poop, shout out to Mr. Pre. I'm naming them because I always see them online.
Always.
I'm pretty sure your man Beast was online. If he wasn't, he'll catch us next time. But appreciate everybody. Whoa, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, brother. My wife is definitely my number one supporter. She always on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and she with me right now.
Definitely.
So all those people that support us, keep supporting us. We got shirts.
We got
hats. We got
masks.
And I ain't look. It's not looking for a profit, man. It's just about promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Hit the button.
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. You weren't with me shooting in the gym.